believe you.
This time, it actually is happening.
All right. Are you gonna play is that BO? Are you on BO?
I am gonna play Bo.
The BO Railroad?
Don't eat the microphone. Herschel, you are messy. You are a messy dog. Oh, and you need a toothbrush.
Yes, he's very
Okay,
sticky.
yes, I'm about to play BO. It's a satellite. It is... You know what? There's no story here. Nobody cares. It's... Listen to General Pepper. He'll tell you.
If you destroy the satellite, we can go straight for Venom. Be careful, Fox.
Venom is Andross's, like, base of operation.
It's the name of his base?
Planet. It's planet.
Okay, guys.
It's a planet shaped like that?
No, this is a satellite.
Oh,
jeez. This is a bad start.
Oh, this game just ripped off. This is just a Star Wars ripoff with the Fox.
Well, kind of, yeah. Don't I shoot I thought I shoot the things.
I'll cover you, Fox.
Don't I shoot the things?
You're not getting away that easy.
I thought I shot the poles.
I won't let you get away from me.
You shoot the miniguns.
Your carcass is mine.
Oh, I shoot them at the top.
Shoot the tip.
That's why.
Just the tip.
Just the tip, Brian. That's why. Okay, so I will say this is kind of cool. So the base is spinning. You can kind of see that from the stars.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go, it's spinning counterclockwise. So if you start going it's spinning. Yeah, it's spinning clockwise. So if you go counterclockwise, like things will just not move. So you actually have time to hit things.
Sure.
So, like right now, perfectly fine. Nothing's moving. But if I go... Oh, I'm too close to that pole. Watching Herschel take his tail.
He's like, I see what you're saying.
You can hit the lightning. The lightning can hit you. So yeah, if you go clockwise though with the ship, then you go ultra fast. It's like running up escalators.
Yeah.
No.
That's a good analogy.
Yeah, or running down escalators. I would not recommend that one though. Did you ever, like as a kid, were you ever like scared that you were gonna get a finger caught
I won't let you get away
or a
from me.
toe caught in the escalator, like where it met with the floor?
Yeah. Yes.
I always felt like it was gonna like catch my foot and then
Like just start crunching you up like a meat grinder.
yeah, like kind of like in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, where the steamroller goes over the guy.
Yeah.
It, like pops your head off.
Yeah,
like
and you always gotta like leap over the last stair getting sucked under the... Well, it's true.
No, escalator, not today. You don't get me.
Yeah, there's videos out there like escalators falling off their track or something, and a person just like falling into the middle of the
What?
mechanism.
No,
Yep.
that is not a thing that can
And
happen.
there is videos of like people with strings or a purse or something. You know, a shoelace gets caught in there and it goes under, and it keeps like it hooks them and it starts pulling.
Don't, no.
I think that's legitimate.
No, don't tell me that.
It's improbable.
That's
but
not something I want to think about.
Well,
Oh, gosh.
I'm happy I could keep that one alive.
Yeah,
for
I
ya.
don't want it. Thanks for giving me nightmares.
Just when you
now.
thought you're safe.
I'll add that to my...
Speaking of childhood fears, I think they're remaking Arachnophobia.
No.
You know, I couldn't sit down on a toilet seat to take a deuce as a kid without looking under it for years.
I don't
I
blame
still
you.
sometimes look under the toilet seat.
Well, like... Okay, so you're the one who introduced it to me.
The flying ace?
What?
Go ahead. Nope.
No, what?
Disregard.
What did you say?
No, keep going.
The flying ace?
Herschel.
No, I was going to say arachnophobia, because that was back when you were in the apartment.
What?
And, yeah.
We watched
You're
it?
like, what, you've never seen this movie before? And I
Oh, yeah.
was like, no, I haven't. And we got to the part where, okay, spoiler alert, people die because of spiders. If you don't like spiders, don't watch it because it's an awful movie. So
Hey, Einstein, I'm
we got to the part where, the toilet part. No, the old man. The old man putting his slipper on and he dies.
Ooh, yep.
And that was as far as I got. And then, and this is when you were fresh into the apartment. So 10 years ago, maybe?
Get to the pond.
I recently watched it. Very, very recent.
You
Oh my
did?
gosh.
Arachnophobia?
Yeah, when I was sick last year. I think I had COVID.
Get this guy off.
And I
What?
watched it. And
What did
I was
you watch it on?
It was on Netflix. And I started watching it. I just skipped right to that part. And oh, jeez, I died.
The basement scene when he's finding the nests.
That is terrifying.
That part's pretty creepy.
Okay. So envision this. I am sick. I am really sick at this
You're
point.
out of it and
I'm
hallucinating?
like on the couch. I am nestled in blankets. I am, you've been in your, basketball shorts for the last 3 days because you just don't bother changing anymore because you're like, I feel gross.
They're
and-
stuck to you?
Yeah. Your own sweat is. Why are you giving me that look?
No, never mind.
Are you judging me,
No.
Brian?
You go on.
Brian. Anyway, so, but you know what I mean? Like you're sick. You feel sick. You don't feel clean. You feel grimy and gross. Okay.
Yep.
And you're tired and everything just feels awful. Anyway, so imagine me that, and then you start watching this movie, and it gets to that part to where I started watching that part, and I could not physically sit down because I thought something was going to crawl on me. Because that movie freaked me out so badly.
Yeah, that one got to me as a kid. I couldn't. Anytime it was on, I had to watch it. I was like, yo, and you had to sit and watch it all the way through. That and Pet Cemetery.
I've never seen Pet Cemetery. Is that one bad?
No, it's just as a kid, a weird one to watch.
Well, I don't feel like you could put that in the same category.
No, it didn't make me afraid.
Because
of
Arachnophobia, I still cannot watch. Hi, Herschel. Who's a good boy?
They're coming out with a bunch of
Yes.
remakes lately. I think Arachnophobia. I had heard. I could be wrong. There's another one though. Oh, Beetlejuice. They're remaking, or they're doing a sequel to Beetlejuice, which seems like it's kind of way.
You mean a dequel?
What's that? Like it's not.
Like it's not near as good.
Yeah, that's coming.
I
out.
feel like that's everything though. Like they have remade
They just
so
remake
much
everything.
stuff.
The Little Mermaid's is coming out. I think out soon.
I'm
At least we went to the store for my kids to pick out some toys with their lemonade stand money.
yeah.
And they have a whole half of an aisle dedicated to the new Little Mermaid movie toys.
I know everybody's ticked
Being-
off that she's black. I personally don't have a problem with
Yeah.
it. I mean, there is some things to be said. Let me rephrase. I think it would be better if Disney could come up with some movies that have, instead of just, hey, let's change what race she is, even though she's always been white. Let's just change her to a black actress for the sake of it. I would much rather see them be like, hey, let's come up with some original new content, and the main character is black.
right.
Like I feel like it cheapens it for some reason the other way. I would much rather see like.
I think people get something stuck in their head, and then it's hard for them to, like, it's like Little Mermaid is an example because it came out when you and I were I think it came out in like 1989. It was in the 80s, I thought.
It was way older than that.
No. Let me look it up here.
Yeah, you look that up because I'm curious now. I don't know. It's more of that I feel like it's for that black actress. I feel like she's getting like the sloppy seconds of
1989.
Really?
So it was out, and it was something I watched growing up a bajillion times. So you have it stuck in your head a certain way. And then
Yeah.
once it's stuck in your head a certain way, you're like, no, this is the way it is forever and always.
Yes.
And then they redo it, and you're like, no, this in stark
No,
contrast.
you messed it up.
This is not how I remember it. And you get stuck in this weird loop. Like, this is the same. Oh, they're coming out with a TV series, I think on HBO maybe, of the Harry Potter, remaking the Harry Potter books into a series.
Yeah.
And I imagine they're recasting everybody. And it's going to start in 2025 or 2026. So a couple years from now is when it's going to start coming out. And it's going to span a decade of them coming out with these seasons to go through the books. And then everybody's like, well, I already have established these actors and actresses in my head as the characters. And now they're going to change that. And it's hard for people. It's just hard for people to...
You know where I think they got that right with doing or changing race mid go? Oh, that sounds so bad. It's such a touchy subject, though. Like you really gotta wade through this like a minefield in a way.
Sure.
But this episode is totally gonna take it down.
You know where I think it went good. The rest of it, no. It's
Well, okay. So
burning train wreck.
Here's a perfect example of where I think they did it right. Was Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse with Miles Morales. Like that is are you not familiar with that?
No.
So he's Spider-Man from a different universe, but he's a black kid from
Is this like a cartoon version?
well, yeah, in this one it is.
Yeah, I think I've seen.
Yeah, but they're recent movies. They're really the first one was really good. They're coming out with a second one. That one looks really good as well, and I'm really excited for it. But that's a perfect example of where I think that works well. Is like, okay, he's still Spider-Man, but he's Spider-Man from a different universe because they've established, hey, there's a multiverse, right?
That makes sense.
And that's where it's like, okay, well, you've established that, so now you can make these other storylines, and you can have a black Spider-Man.
Yeah, you've opened the door.
Right.
You've eased people into it. The idea of like things can be different because there's Whereas it's these other things that we're talking about. They're like, nope.
Right,
It's just a
right.
hard difference.
Well, it's
Deal with
not.
this.
Again, it's not like for those black actors and actresses. I don't feel like it's a sloppy seconds that they're getting because they're like, hey, so this character has always been white. We want you to play them instead, even though everybody, and you're going to get a lot of slack for this because you're not the same color as the original person that was in it.
Right.
And I mean, you can really argue a moral problem with that one way or another, but on the same sense, I feel like, again, going back to Miles Morales, I think it works well because it's its own thing. It's kind of like The Princess and the Frog, too. Like,
Was that a remake?
I don't think it was.
No. What?
That was about,
The Princess and the Frog is a good movie. The girls
yeah.
really like that movie.
I like that movie. It's about she was a girl in New Orleans.
New
who wants to-
Orleans. Gumbo.
Yeah, but she wanted to start her own
Restaurant.
Yeah, and I can't remember anything
Her,
about the
well,
frog.
her and her dad or something, and her dad passes away.
But it was a really sweet story, and
Yeah,
I was like,
it was like
this
original.
This is where it works. Do that more.
Right.
Like if you guys want to do inclusion and make it more, and go down that road of like, hey, let's make this more.
Let's open
Let's
this up
more
to audiences so it relates to other audiences.
Right.
Yes.
It's kind of like having, okay, another one, Black Panther. Granted, not the best name, but
Those movies are cool. We went
They
and saw Wakanda Forever, and the kids thought those were cool.
I didn't see that. It didn't look interesting, but I like.
It was pretty interesting.
Oh,
I
it was?
thought. Yeah.
I didn't see it. It didn't grab me, but that's because Who's the actor in that? Who was Black Panther?
Well, the original one, yeah.
Because he died.
It's been a few months now since we saw it in theaters, at least a couple months. And I don't remember all the characters' names. There's a lot of them. There's a long movie, and it's interesting.
But I think that's another good example of like, hey, that's where it works really well. Is
Yeah.
Black Panther.
Original series, yeah.
Right. You wouldn't take Captain America and all of a sudden change what race he is.
Well, they kind of opened the door for it, but
I
then
feel like you could though.
because in the Marvel movies, Captain America in the last one where they killed Thanos, and then he goes back to return destroy the Infinity Stones or something.
Oh yeah, because doesn't
and then he decides to stay in the past rather than coming back, and all of a sudden they turn around, and he's sitting on a bench behind him, and he's an old man.
Yeah.
And then he gives his shield to the other actor. Like
I
they
cannot
kind
think
of
of his name for the life of me.
that actor was like the guy that has the Falcon,
He was-
wings.
I think he's called the Falcon, isn't
yeah,
he?
maybe.
Is he called the Falcon or the Vulture?
Ooh, I'm slaughtering all this stuff, but
Anyway,
it set the scene for like him taking over as Captain America.
Yeah, and I thought
like,
that
if
was
there's
really-
a passing off of something, that makes more sense. It's not. It's where it's just like, hey, this is the same story you're used to, but we're gonna just mix it up.
Well, and that leads me into Creed. I think is a really good example of that too.
From like Rocky Balboa.
Yeah, like going from Rocky, and then all of a sudden you've got Creed being trained by Rocky, and them keeping him in the first two movies. I'm like, that's a really good like nod and a handoff.
Yeah,
That's a
a
perfect
passing
example
of the
it.
baton.
Yeah, and now Creed is its own thing, and I think it really works. And everybody I've talked to who has seen them, like them, and myself included.
Yeah, but I think behind the interest. Okay, side note is I think. Do you know Rocky doesn't own the full, or Sylvester Stallone doesn't own the full rights to a lot of the stuff regarding the Rocky movies?
I thought he did. I thought he owned all of it.
At least from what I saw recently, it's owned by a bigger company.
I remember there's a documentary that talks about him where I don't know, some studio was going to offer him like $50,000 and he had no money in his pockets.
Yeah,
at the
he
time.
sold the rights to the character or the franchise.
Yeah, but he did something where he was left with most of the control, but I can't remember how that all. I'm gonna butcher it because I don't.
Me too.
Know.
If I'm gonna keep talking about stuff, I need to really hone into the facts of it because a lot.
I think we're gonna have to get a little educated.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff's off the cuff, but
I don't know. It's mostly hearsay, but like that's what I heard. I would like to dive into it a little bit deeper. Sylvester Stallone interests me a lot as an actor. I think it was Mike who told me that didn't he have like a stroke at a really young age or something?
No. So when he was getting born, at least the story I heard, I should say, was when he was getting born, the doctors used like some kind of, he was turned a funny way, or he needed some help coming out of the birthing canal, so they used like some giant clampy plier looking things.
Gotcha,
and
a plunger.
And they like it clamped onto his neck, and he just had some kind of injury as he was being born that caused his vocal cords to be in his muscles in his neck to be a certain way, and that's why he sounds that way. I'm not reciting, recollecting perfectly.
Well,
but
I mean,
I'm pretty
regardless
sure.
of that, it's kind of impressive that he's been able to. I mean, the guy built like one of the biggest legacies in Hollywood.
It's pretty iconic. He's one of the big ones. He's right. I mean, what are those movies
It's like
that
Arnold
came
Schwarzenegger.
out? Yeah, they were during the same era.
Yeah.
And there's videos of them working out together, even in their old age, together. But what was those movies that we used to go, where it was like Chuck Norris and Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Oh, The Expendables.
The Expendables.
Yes, they're
Those are-
so over the top.
They were so cheesy, but they're so cool because they get all of your favorite action heroes from the 80s and 90s together and be
Yes.
like, we're just gonna blow stuff up and kill people for old time's sake.
Yeah. Sorry,
Those are
I
such
was
good
like, I should
movies.
probably do something.
The Expendables. Man, I gotta rewatch those too. That and
I remember you and I.
MacGruber.
Oh, MacGruber. I freaking love MacGruber.
That's a movie you don't hear enough about.
It really is a hidden gem. MacGruber.
What's that movie that had The Rock in it, and there was some kid in the movie or something that was like, we gotta get more McDonald's.
I cannot remember. That was one of those movies that was so forgettable. Do you remember?
It was Dwayne The Rock Johnson had some kind of revolver, and I feel like the movie name
Wasn't he a
something like,
truck driver or
It was
something?
Revolver. I don't remember. He just went around with a revolver, killing everybody, avenging this kid in some fashion. This overweight kid that.
I heard a show.
What did he say?
I
Do you
don't know.
remember the McDonald's line?
I mean, what we would say, Daddy, can we get some McDonald's? I'm hungry. Daddy, can we do the fat guy shuffle? Daddy, can we? I just want me an apple pie from McDonald's. I don't know why that was so freaking funny. Just something about a fat kid shuffling
Speaking
around.
of which,
Like,
I found
"Dad,
out
can we get
recently that
some?"
my neighbor used to go to that same movie
Gosh.
theater that is near
The
you.
one down
Yeah.
south.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's where they grew up.
My wife and I still go there all the time.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it's $4 to go see a movie.
Still?
Yeah.
They haven't raised their prices with inflation?
I mean, they raised them, I think, $1. I'm like, it's still stupid cheap to go
Man,
see a movie.
that's a business that I would like be into having. Is
I think
a
the thing
standalone
I'm
movie
mostly
theater.
worried about at this point is, gosh, I'm so bad at this game. I'm gonna die. There it is. I think the thing I'm most worried about is that they don't charge enough money.
right.
And they're going to go out of business, and then I'll have no choice but go to the expensive theater. And I mean, how much do you spend at a theater now? $12 a movie ticket?
Oh yeah.
I mean, and people do it all the time, like without batting an eye.
Well, by the time you get your concessions and everything else, you're spending a minimum of like $20, 20 to $25 per person almost.
I mean, you could just wait till that movie comes out and buy it like 4 times over.
Right. It's just it's a whole different experience seeing a movie when it first releases, and you go to the movie theater. Something kind of cool about it. And the reason I like that particular theater is it feels like it was like a put together by a DIYer. It's like, you know what?
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
think
do
you're
finished
spot on.
concrete floors right here.
Yeah.
We're just gonna carpet some plywood stairs right there.
Yep.
And it works. It feels cool.
I like how you put, like, nah, just put some crap here and it'll be fine. It's all fine. It's okay. Nobody's gonna die.
I'm
We're
gonna
just
put
here
a
to see
random-
movie.
random rock feature here. It's just like a old fireplace.
Exposed ductwork in the middle of your lobby, no problem.
I want this to be kind of industrial looking. And then this part, shiplap. We're gonna put shiplap right here.
random shiplap. Nothing else looks nautical, but let's throw up some shiplap.
I want you to feel like you're walking into a 1990s bowling alley at first, and then it's gonna feel like an arcade. That's what I miss most about Studio 28. That
Yes. Gosh, I
place
loved
should have
that.
stayed just the way it was.
Yes. That place was amazing.
Do movie theaters don't even really do arcades in them anymore.
No, not really. No, they really don't.
That was like
There's
a one
just no
stop.
arcades anymore at all, but I don't think anybody pays for them. And there's no good arcade games anymore, though, either. I mean, nobody makes
No,
games for arcades.
you can get all these accounts on all these consoles and streaming services.
Yeah. Boy, don't worry. We sound like two old fuddy-duddies. Kids these days with all their streaming services and... I'm old.
Nintendo's that you just move your arms to. We used to have
Are you kids playing the PlayStations?
You have to mash the buttons. You used to have to blow into the cartridge.
I still blow into the cartridge.
It's still my
Blow
go-to
into that
move
cartridge
for most,
real good.
most electronics.
Even the disc.
Just find
You
the-
pull out the disc and start blowing it.
Just yeah.
That didn't sound right. Come on! God, this game is so... This is unforgiving. This part is unforgiving. For sure. So every time you blow up one of those little nodules on this thing... Nodules is not the word I wanted. Like, do you see all the lasers shooting out? So as you get closer to it, it's just wrecking ya. Come on, give me some health. Give me some health. Go to the edge. Go to the edge. And then I got these guys flying down my ass as I'm trying to do this. I'm gonna die. There's one nodule left. There's one nodule, and every time I come up to it, it's
Oh, you got no health bar left.
I know.
Your goose is cooked.
I know. Oh, come on!
Yeah, you failed.
Oh, this one might end me, Brian. I might have an ulcer from this one. I don't know how it gets it. Like, it went from being moderately hard to really freaking hard really quick. I don't know why it's this level, though. It's not the hill I
This
wanted
is
to
just the
die on.
first stage, right? There's more than this galaxy. Or is this the
No,
whole game?
no, this is it.
This is the whole game?
Yeah.
The whole game?
Well, not quite. This is the second to last level.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh no!
I can't believe I would have thought that this would have been one of, like...
I didn't know that you
your
could sit
games.
down and play the entire game within a couple hours.
Oh, yeah, you could, like, play multiple versions of it in one sitting, for sure. And have done that.
Playtime is over, Starfox.
Okay, so these are rival mercenaries who are hired by the bad guy to come and kill me.
You'll be sorry you crossed
We are
us.
also mercenaries, but hired by the other side. I don't really get that. Like, why, if you were a mercenary and after a while, wouldn't you just be like, you know what? I don't really think I want to have a dog in this fight anymore.
This isn't worth
I think I'm going to die, and I don't really... This
I'm gonna
doesn't
go
feel
get a
worth
normal
it.
job. A normal fox job.
A fox job?
I would like to
What
go
would
back.
be a normal fox
I'd like to go
job?
back to the meadow. I'm sick of this intergalactic mercenary space fighting.
Come on. Come on, die. Die!
Won't let you get away from
I
me.
will beat this. Oh, jeez, I'm gonna
Take care of the
freaking
guy behind me, Fox.
hit the rocks. This is probably not the most entertaining thing to watch.
Oh no!
Come on, core, come up.
Core?
Yeah, the core that's in the middle. You know the thing I was telling you
Ah, the
about?
thing with the
lasers and
With
the nodules and the...
It's a technical term. Nodules.
If you don't hit the stupid backflip quite right, it doesn't work. You just get your ass handed to you again.
So how do you make the column thing?
I don't know.
Get this guy up! I'm monkey food if I don't leave.
Come on. Come on, pop up. There you are.
Ooh, you're getting.
I'm well aware.
Is this your last attempt? Otherwise, you fail.
No.
What's the rings for?
Come on, die. Die. I'm sorry. What are the rings for? That's health.
Together. That reward
I keep saying the
Oh.
same frickin' 4 things.
Oh, he's making fun of you. Do you see what that one-eyed wolf thing
I
guy
know
said?
he's a piece of crap. I don't care for him.
Taunting
I'm
you.
running out of lives. Nothing good is happening right now.
protagonist.
Ooh. Yes.
Oh, what did that do? It gave you a little
Yep.
sliver
Give
of
me
life
just
back.
a little bit of hope. Just a little bit.
Oh,
That's
oh,
all I need.
Oh, a little bit more.
Oh, jeez.
Look at you. Oh,
What is happening?
oh,
Oh, I didn't do the backflip right.
not looking
Oh,
good.
gosh, they're just pummeling me.
Oh, yeah.
Ah,
Oh, you're
totally fair that 8 guys are on my butt.
what?
You're not so tough. That reward is good as mine.
Ah, I've gone way over my time limit. I know I have.
Time limit?
Yeah, for the episode.
Oh.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die! Dang it. Forget it. You know what? Next episode. It's been 30 minutes. Ah!
Smart
Okay,
donkeys
hold on.
nailed
I need a
it.
minute. I need a minute.
Oh.
Oh, I gotta cool down. Next episode. Smart donkeys.
Smart donkeys.
Smart donkeys. Nailed it.